Sorry. Oh, okay.
This is somebody else's office, right? This is not you.
This is under the Thornton Township.
Just to see if anyone else shows up. Right now, present is myself, Clerk Williams, and also Trustee Darlene Brown. And
It's a shame nobody came over here.
It's only a few people. It's the lawyer, the clerk. Four. It needs to be four total.
Other than her?
Well, with her, including her. Hey, y'all. We just sitting here waiting for the meeting, huh?
She got a Darlene Brown in her.
Yeah, that's two. There's William Moore.
She needs to sign it. No. Come in so she can have a quorum. She don't have a quorum, she can't have a quorum.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. I come here to see her.
Okay. Okay.
I've never been to none of yours, so I don't know.
Oh, you know what? It's probably not going to be one because it's probably not going to be one today because it's not going to be a quorum. Not enough people because the trustees already said that they couldn't make it on today. So she scheduled it anyway.
And I went around, here trying to buy my way.
William Moore. Oh no, I'm just talking.
She got another name.
You know, I just wonder why the lawyers always show up when they know it's not going to be a meeting. Why are we paying them $3.50 an hour on days when it's not going to be a meeting? No. They got public comments, but no need to sign up. Haven't seen him in a while. There's William Ward doing his recording. Yeah, so it's probably not going to be a meeting, but just want to see, this will be interesting, having it somewhere that it's never been. Hey, everybody. You said say something louder. Hi. Did I just? You guys are funny. So what time is it? Oops. 4:10, 10 after 4. It's the clerk. It's Kamal. Media. Oh, thank you. Bear down. Yeah, I can't believe I'm still repping the Bears. Hi, Rashonda. Thank you. Not Michael checking in because he nosy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So all the news channels. Critical Smoker. Some people are here for the first time. Like this lady sitting next to me, she's here for the first time. And I guess, I don't know, she said she drove a little ways. I let her know it's likely not going to be a typical meeting. So are you going to come to other meetings too, or just this one?
I'm gonna have to come the other week because I have court going on.
I know that's right. Okay.
It's just hard.
Huh.
Hard for me to I know it is.
Okay.
Trying to get my direction gift out.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I don't know who Tino is, Michael. That was Critical Smoker. I ain't been at the last couple of meetings, so I don't know. I've been on vacation or something.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out to our special meeting. Today, I called a special meeting to take care of some critical business. As you can see, I do not have a quorum. Two trustees have opted out of showing up to a special board meeting.
No
We
mask.
have very, very important things to take care of, and I'm gonna read it off the agenda. First, I want to give acknowledgement. The attorney is here, Nelson. And also Clerk Wells. And
Which I don't know why she's here if it's no meeting.
and also Highway Commission. Everyone is present, so we are missing Trustee Carmen and Trustee Chris is both missing. First, I'm gonna read the message to you. All right. I'm trying to stay on point today.
It's gonna be
Okay, as
painful.
you guys know, you have seen us call 7 different meetings. 4 of them was regular scheduled board meetings, and 3 was special board meetings. Unfortunately, each time the Board of Trustees, the 2 individuals, Trustee Carmen and Trustee Chris, did not attend either board meeting. Caused us to not have a quorum, as you guys know how government works. We cannot move forward with business, we cannot pay bills, we cannot do a lot of things if the board members do not show up. I know they give you all this mixed emotions, this mixed information as it relates to we just do things. We do not move without board approval. When the board approves things, then things get taken care of, like the insurance. The insurance have been on the agenda several different times. Each time, no one have shown up but myself, the clerk, and Trustee Darnell. We the only ones that have shown up along with an attorney to pay for the insurance. When they did not show up to pay for the insurance, it caused us to lax in coverage. Therefore, no coverage for Thornton Township, for our buildings, for our vehicles, for anything. So to this day, we still have no coverage as relates to the buildings or our vehicles.
Stephanie,
So
wait a
that
minute,
means
just walked
that
in.
services and our buildings will have to come to a halt. We cannot pick residents up. We cannot access our buildings due to the liability. If someone falls, if a car crash happens, car accident, we cannot accept that risk. So therefore, that's why you see 333 building is closed down. We will now have to move forward with closure of our other buildings, and I did not want to go in this new year like this, and this is why we called a special meeting, to take care of the much needed business before you. I have tried with all my heart to keep the services going here at Thornton Township. All the special meetings that were called were to handle critical issues, such as insurance, budgets, and also the tax levy. Yet, 2 trustees have opted out to showing up to any meetings that we have called under our township. But when they called a meeting, and they called a special meeting last Friday, and they held it at Dog Park, and y'all know, no way that I would want to go to Dog Park. But what did I do as your leader? I still showed up, and I still took care of the business before me. Because my job is to do my job, not care about fighting, not care about who like who. My job is to show up and take care of the people's business, which we need. When we call meetings, people don't show up. And as you know, just explain a little further for those that don't understand what's going on before you. Our board is gridlock. Lately, there have been 2-2. Myself, Trustee Gray Evans, against Trustee Chris and Trustee Carmen. So if it's gridlock, we cannot move anything. That means bills, pay any type of insurance. We can't do the things that's needed to stay above the ground. Today's meeting was called to handle insurance, the budget, and the tax levy, which is supposed to be filed by December 31st, those that follow government. Every government entity, whether you're the library, park, school, or a village or city, has a deadline of December 31st to pass your tax levy. That is the taxes that's levied for people to operate in the following year. I will not continue to play these games with the legislative branch, and I will not allow them to overstep their duties as trustees to run the day-to-day operations. As you can see, which is not getting ran due to the fact of them not showing up to board meetings. At this point, this is where we come to an end. Tomorrow, we will have to make the harsh decisions of shutting down all of our other buildings. We will have to make the hard decision of not picking up residents as it relates to them going to the doctor, to the grocery store, or anywhere else that they choose to go. I am asking for everyone to pray for my township, to pray for everyone to unharden their hearts, and to pray that this too shall pass, and when it passes, it's for the benefit of the people. We are here to handle the following. I'm going to read to you this agenda. Today we had approval of bills, the general fund, general assistance fund, and the road and bridge fund. Also on the agenda is to approve 100% property tax refund to all homeowners in Thornton Township. So let me explain to you how that works. If Thornton Township took or allocated a portion of your funds for taxes, we are refunding you back that portion. So if we took $50, you get $50. If we took $200, you get $200. Just so we could clear up the misinformation that's out there about the 100% tax property refund. Next, our staff. Our staff are used to getting bonuses under the Frank Zuccarelli administration, and we want to give them a bonus as well. And especially for the holiday, the inflated prices for food and just cost of living, we would like to give them a bonus for this holiday, which normally they would get every single year. Unfortunately, the Board of Trustees, the two individuals, have not shown up to do so. Third on the agenda, a forensic audit, which was voted on and approved by myself, Trustee Carmen, Trustee Chris. We all approved to do this forensic audit, yet every single time it goes on the agenda, they do not show up to vote to move forward to initiate the forensic audit. So that shows you someone's hiding something. So if they say they wanted transparency, why aren't we moving forward to do the forensic audit? Also, IT department and senior services. Those two departments alone needs their own credit card, which they had prior to the Board of Trustees making ordinances to stop movement of services, such as, say for instance, we have our internet bill or anything like that that's an everyday usage. They need it to go on a credit card so it's revolving, so that it does not stop. We have had times where we went without, meaning in the township, computers went down because we did not pay our bills, due to the fact of no one showing up to a board meeting to vote to pay bills. Where we can just fix that situation by having a credit card and them putting on their credit card, which IT had in the past, and that bill will get paid every single month. Same with senior services. I know you guys heard me speak to this. One time, the senior service department asked for us to buy ice cream for them. They didn't even vote to buy ice cream for the seniors. It was having an ice cream social. But these are little issues that we're having, which is big to the residents. But it's minute to us because normally that still just operates. It's $300-400. Of course, we all put money together and make sure they get ice cream for that ice cream social. But we should not have to do these things. We have budgets with all surpluses, and every account has a surplus in it, especially our GA department. We have a surplus of over $4 million in it. Every department has millions in it, and I'm saddened because no one wants us to be able to utilize those funds to give back to the residents, let alone run our day-to-day operation. Next on the agenda was to adopt the 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance for Thornton Township for the general fund and the general assistance fund. As you know, you should pass a budget every single year, no matter what body of government you are. We have not passed our budget for this year. We are now going into the next budget cycle for 2025, which is 2026. And we have not passed this budget. And that's sad, because that's not how you operate government, and that's not how you run a business. Government is a business, whether you want to sell it or not. We are not handling our business because we're not going to board meetings to approve the things that's needed to run the day-to-day operation. Also, we had on there the tax levy today, which is to pass it before the 31st, which is tomorrow, guys. So if we do not pass our budget and our tax levy, how do we move forward as a township? As but not least, the most important thing that we needed to pass today is our insurance. As you can see, it took a minute for us to get someone else to take on as relates to insurance coverage, and we have that on the agenda this evening to be voted on. We had this on there about a month, 2 months ago to approve the insurance, which was nothing but renewal, and they would not come to a board meeting to renew the insurance when we didn't have to go searching for a new carrier. Once they did come, we put it on there again, and it was an extension saying that they allow us to extend into a certain date. They still didn't show up. And when they did show up, that carrier said they no longer want to play this game, and they opted out of giving Thornton Township insurance.
They didn't want to insure her.
We had to look for a new carrier. Finally, we found a new carrier. And that's what you see before you. The meeting that they called, we didn't have a carrier, which was that last Friday. We have a new carrier now, today, Monday. So we have the opportunity to fix what they have broken, which is come here and
So
vote
if they didn't
for
have a
the
carrier,
insurance to
why is she
keep
throwing them
the
under the
township
bus for not
operating.
showing up?
And that goes for, once again, to keep our buildings open, to also allow us to pick up our seniors, to take them where they need to go. We cannot move forward due to the fact of the Board of Trustees playing these games and not showing up to board meetings to handle the business. If they call a meeting, I show up. If I call a meeting, why aren't you here? Why aren't you taking
She
care
shows
of
up
the
late
people's
like she
business?
did at the
I need
one
the
they
residents
called.
to pay attention to what's before them, and I need you to pay attention to facts and not get involved in all the fiction, the false stories that's out here in the world as it relates to clickbait. I need us to come together and demand that the Board of Trustees show up to board meetings. I am now today calling for the resignation of Carlisle and also
Still calling her Carlisle.
They should resign from office because clearly
No, they
you
shouldn't.
do not want to do this job. Clearly you do not care about the residents of Thornton Township, let alone the seniors or the youth. Clearly you do not want to see us proceed with a good year for 2025. So I'm asking for you to step down. You can send me a memo, you can email it to me, you can send it to any one of my staff members, and we will gladly accept your resignation.
But you haven't accepted
Residents,
Jerry Jones.
Please hold on a little longer. I know it's been tough. It is the election coming up. I know you guys have seen all the mess and scrutiny going on with that as well, but that too shall pass. I will speak now to the caucus. Today we did have court for the caucus. You guys know I am suing Napoleon Harris and also
Wow, so she's using this to electioneer?
illegal, unconstitutional meeting that they held on December 3rd that was improper and that was voter suppression at its highest level. I don't commend that. I would not accept that, and I don't wish that on anybody. And I need the residents
But that's what
to
she's
stand
doing,
up and have a voice
to not
as
allow us
relates
to vote for the
you
trustee.
being the voiceless on December 3rd. It's a shame that people had you out in the cold, in the media, all y'all was out there. And it's a shame that you, media, that's why I call you fake news, did not showcase
Wow.
the residents out in the cold, on walkers, in wheelchairs, with oxygen tanks, could not get in, saying, let us in, let us vote. You
I
guys
was
did
out
not
there, y'all.
showcase that, but yet you
I didn't see
showcased what was
anybody
inside
with
the
an
building.
oxygen
But what I
tank.
will tell you, residents, is
I was out
they didn't
there.
show you the people going and entering through the back door, through the side door. They didn't show you
Like
the
they
people
do
that
at the
was
Village
not
Hall.
a Thornton Township resident. They didn't show you any of these things, though. But I can name everybody that was in that building that did not live in Thornton Township, but was allowed to come in the building and partake in an illegal caucus, which was ran by a dictator, Napoleon Harris,
Wow,
who do not
dictator.
live in Thornton Township. And I say that not going to constantly you, he does not live in Thornton Township.
Wow.
And yes, I am the only one that has the strength and the guts to sue individuals when they do wrong to our township and to our government. It's a shame that people are sitting back and allowing this thing to take place. So I stand for the people, and I will continue to rise up despite what people say about me in the media or in blogs, which is not true. I am showing you truth. You can follow me, whether it's on Facebook. I do put a lot of correspondence out to residents so that you can follow what's going on in your community. I just hate the fact that people are allowed this to happen and not doing nothing about it. I wish the people would take a stance and not allow people to take over your government, which they're trying to run this dictatorship, and we're going to ask the judge to overturn it, which I feel they will.
No, they won't.
Until that happens, I just want you to know, we had court today, and we will be in Chancery Court. When the next court date is announced, I will let the residents know, and you can come down with me. You can come down with me to court, or you can always sign in onto Zoom. That's the way that you can see what's going on in Thornton Township as it relates to the courts and our next steps. But thank you to all of those that signed affidavit. I appreciate that because you wanted your voice to be heard. You didn't like what had happened that
She's
night,
definitely
and you
electioneering.
wanted to be overturned. So I thank you, and I'm asking you to come out as well.
Wow.
Which a lot of y'all keep calling, asking me what's going on and what's happening. I was hoping today we got news to say, hey, the judge stated this, but right now
I'm sure
we have
asking
to go
Tiffany
to
about this
Chancery Court,
electioneering.
and once that date
Tiffany,
is
the
set,
lawyer,
we will let the residents
after
know
the
so
meeting.
you can partake in the movement of the illegal caucus that happened on December today I'm going to allow the residents to speak. I do want to hear from you. I know it's not a board meeting, but I always come to a meeting just to hear the residents, and I will take care of the business. I would never mute you. I would never hold you out in the cold, and that's the part that y'all should understand. That individual is your committee. That individual is your senator. So he still neglected the residents and had you standing outside, despite who you was voting for. I know I came 500 strong with residents, with cars and buses, and you was out there. I get it, but you should allow the people to see the truth of what it is. Because if you thought you was going to win, you would have let the people in, and you did not do that. So shame on you, Napoleon. Next, I want you guys to know I love y'all, and there's nothing you can ever do about it. I love the good, the hateful, and even the naysayers. I'ma always take care of you. I'ma always be your super mayor. I'ma always come prepared and ready to take care of the business, despite people's opinion of what's going on around you. I want you guys to stay prayed up this season. Go into a season with love. Lead with love. I always say this. And don't let people harden your hearts. Get the facts for yourself. Seek the truth. And news, please, do your research. Stop just reporting things because somebody get on the news that don't live in our township, don't live in our village, and you guys allow them to say negative things about our city or our township, and they are not part of neither one. Like, that's not right. I don't like that you guys are constantly putting us in a negative light, despite all the facts that we showed you and give you. Just like with the insurance, we showed you guys, the trustees, neglecting their duty to come and vote for the insurance. We showed you that, and you still didn't show the people that they are the ones that stopped insurance at Thornton Township. So shame on you, news. Hopefully it'll be a better year. Also, we had an event about an hour 30 minutes ago, from 12 to 3. It was our seniors' New Year's party. I didn't see not one of these cameras there. It's amazing that you guys come here for the mess, for the drama, or the show, but you won't come and showcase the good that we do and hear from other residents that really appreciate what I do for the township, let alone what the clerk and the trustee, Darlene Gray, ever does for the township. But you don't come and showcase them people. And I've noticed too, some people give you interviews and you don't even put the good stuff that you say on the news. But yet you put anybody that's a hater or don't like whatever they see or whatever someone told them, you put them on the news and they don't live here. So please, this year, please do your research and stop just reporting anything, because I know you need us for views and clicks. I get it. I know we make money for you because that's the only reason why every station's here. Other than that, I don't see you in nobody else's town reporting whatever they're saying about their mayor or their trustees or their alderman, but you've always followed Tiffany Henyard. So please thank me for using my name as well. I wouldn't swear about that. But with that being said, I'm going to get up and you have 3 minutes. You can address this body. Of course, we're going to allow you to put your 3 minutes on record. I will try something up for those that have something to say. And hopefully the news hear you and allow you to be heard at a national level and not just the negativity. So if anybody would like to address this body, you have 3 minutes. You can go to the podium and say whatever you like.
Good evening. Good evening to the residents, supervisor, the board. What we see tonight
It's 4:33.
is an incapacitation of this government. You have 2 trustees that are refusing to come to a meeting to handle business. And let's just dispel the lie that it's about an appointment. An appointment I do not see listed on this agenda. However, an appointment cannot take place, if I read the statute correctly, until this board accepts the resignation of Jerry Jones. And I believe I missed maybe 1 township meeting so far, and I've yet to see that on the agenda. So for the news media to put that out, that this is the reason why the trustees are not coming, because they don't want to vote on an appointment, that is false. There's no appointment on this agenda. But what we do have on this agenda is a tax levy. I'm going to tell you, tax levy is very important to pass. As a former elected official from the village of Dixmoor, we failed to pass our tax levy. And that hurt us for an entire year. That's going to incapacitate this township. Because that means when we pay our tax bills, they're going to withhold the funds for the township. So I'm gonna wonder how our seniors are gonna be taken care of. How are our young people gonna have after-school programs? You're now affecting an entire township. This is no longer about Supervisor Henyard. This is about each and every resident that lives in this township that is entitled to the services that they pay taxes for. So I agree, those trustees aren't to resign. They should resign because they don't have the best interest of the community at hand. The other thing is the
Her
insurance.
handwritten notes.
I was at the meeting over at the Dalton Park District. And they vowed that, oh, if we get an insurance, we're gonna come to the meeting. They have yet to show up. That is a very important aspect of any municipal government. If someone walks, trips, falls, that's a liability. It's a lawsuit. And then you might have ones that are staged that to happen. But we gotta come together and take care of the business of this township. This is ridiculous. We are the laughing stock in the South suburban area. When you go in the grocery stores, you hear them talking about our township. When you go to your social events, you hear them talking about our township. It's an embarrassment. You're not hurting Tiffany Henyard. You're hurting each and every resident of this township by not showing up to do your fiduciary responsibilities. You were appointed or elected to do your job. Do your job. If you don't want to do your job, step aside. There are other residents that would love to sit in those seats and do the job that is put to them by the statute. We got to take care of our people.
Is there anybody else that would like to address the board? All right, come on up.
Okay, my name is Sandra Thomas, I'm from Lansing. I didn't get agenda today, but this is my concern, I'm gonna talk to the attorney. If we have, the trustees not coming to vote on the critical issue, what do you all do, what's the next step? Can you all override them? What's the next step? Because they missed 3, 4, 7 meetings. It seems like something should have been done by now to override them. I know I'm sure other towns had this issue before. So what do? You just sit here, wait, and just hope they'll show up?
I'm sorry, are you asking what
Yeah,
do
I'm
I
asking your
do?
question. What do you as a attorney, what do you?
Oh, they're answering tonight. Okay.
I can't disclose what advice I give my counsel.
Well,
That would waive attorney-client privilege, I cannot disclose that. I can't
Well-
disclose any advice that I give to my clients that waives attorney-client privilege.
Okay, who is your client? I'm sorry. Are we your client? My question is her hands
That
tied
face.
as supervisor because the trustees not coming? Then that means services to us is not being done. So my question is, you said attorney accountability, what about to us? So I'm saying, what do we do, or what do you all do to override this situation? Do we keep letting it go on, now we're going to 2025?
Notes.
Ma'am, I only give advice as an attorney, I don't dictate policy, I don't dictate.
So what
procedure.
advice would you give?
I cannot tell you the
Okay,
advice.
tell me, what advice did you give for us to move forward, these trustees not going, these trustees not being here for 6, 7 meetings? What advice that you gave when we can move forward to get this insurance taken care of and get these services back in place? What advice that you gave? I need to know. So it's affecting all of us back here behind me. What advice have you given? What can we do about it? Yes.
She said that I can't answer.
Okay. Okay.
But I totally agree with you.
No, she's responding.
Hard work.
All I can say is what the township code actually says. The township code says if a board member misses 5 regular board meetings, it does specify regular board meetings, then there's a process for them to potentially be removed, and there's a process that is within the township code. So I can tell you to consult the township code. I cannot tell you what advice that I had given the client that would waive attorney-client privilege. I am not the holder of the privilege. I cannot waive the privilege.
Okay, and you couldn't answer my question either. Okay. So we gotta look at the code. Well, do y'all have a call there?
Yeah, so basically, no.
Yeah, is there a timer going on?
That they miss five regular scheduled board meetings.
And she's answering the public. She never does that.
They missed seven already.
Yes, 3 is special, and then regular is 4.
So we need one more.
So there's one more meeting to miss. And I told her, that's not gonna tell you, which is, I said that's a load of crap. I think that people, once they miss 7 meetings, you abandon your job. That's like you being in charge, and you have a board, and they don't show up 7 different times.
Right.
To try to fix the situation. They should get fired. You will not have a job. There's no call, no show at that point.
So we wait for the next meeting to be
I'm
called.
not waiting for the next meeting. I will be in court. That's a guarantee.
Okay, thank you.
Come on up. Anybody else?
Yep. Good evening, everybody. First, I want to point out that this meeting was called, it's a special board meeting, so the trustees should not be penalized for missing this meeting. This is not a regularly scheduled board meeting. Tiffany, you're still calling Carmen Carlisle out of her name. It's no wonder that she doesn't show up. I mean, that's very unprofessional and it's hostile. You talk about the insurance. You just said in Friday's meeting that they didn't have an insurance quote, but you have one now. So if that was the case, all those meetings that they missed that you were saying the insurance was ready, it wasn't, because you just said they didn't have a quote even as recent as Friday. They just had one today, or just have one as of today. So that's a contradiction. Attorney, I would like to know why you still show up, and this is just an honest question, when you know that there's not a meeting. Why are we still paying attorneys to act in their capacity at a meeting that's not a regularly scheduled board meeting? Do you also show up at special board meetings? I mean, is that the answer?
I show up when my client asks me to be here.
Okay, I'm just wondering, because it just seems like a misuse of funds if there's no meeting and essentially no reason for you to be here, but thank you for answering. Also, Tiffany, you talk about insurance. You know, there were still cars spotted on Christmas Eve, Thornton Township buses in Hammond, or I'm not sure if it was Hammond, but it was definitely Indiana. So can you explain why the township buses were still operating on Christmas Eve with no insurance out of state?
You're not a township resident.
Thank you for saying that. I actually am. So be careful what you say, Tiffany, because you're inciting violence. You're making it unsafe for me. I am a Thornton Township resident, and I have every right to come up here and speak about things that directly affect my tax dollars. I don't understand why you're so upset that we're wanting to have a voice with regard to how our money is spent. What do you expect us to just look the other way while you go on a spending spree with our tax dollars? Not to mention, you talk about the caucus. You're in here electioneering. This is not a meeting. You should not be speaking about any strategies or anything that happened at the caucus. That is electioneering, and that is illegal. Illegal. Okay? I do live in the township, but I'm not going to keep responding to you. Why are you ghost payrolling? Why are you getting paid for the township, but you're always at the village of Dalton? Answer that, William Moore. Why are you always at the village of Dalton, but you're paid by Thornton Township as a full-time employee? That is ghost payrolling. Can anyone answer that? Now, please answer that for me. Why you're always at the village of Dalton and you're being paid by Thornton Township?
This is about the township, ma'am.
Okay, but I'm asking you, why aren't you here when you're being paid by the township? You're always at the village of Dalton volunteering. How is that possible?
All right. your
How
time
is that
up.
possible?
Your time is up. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
All right. Another resident that don't live in Thornton Township.
Okay, that's not true, and she will be hearing from my attorney on that.
As we stated, when we went to that special meeting, we told you, once we get the quote for the insurance, we will call a special meeting.
So you never had a
It's on
quote?
record. And we called a special meeting once they gave us the quote saying, hey, we are going to.
So she never had
We've
a
been
quote.
working on this and working on this, we finally get it. And today is the day to vote for the the insurance. So that's what it is, just so you know, in Township Talk, for those that want to know what we do with government, every single one of my department heads are present at Township Talk, and they talk about everything they do in their department, from senior service to transportation to IT, everybody's there. So if you want to know the information, all you have to do is show up, but again, You have to read. If you read the information, you know what's going on in Thornton Township. All right, go ahead. You have the floor.
Is this for me?
Yes.
Supervisor, to the supervisor and everyone at the desk. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being here and allowing us an opportunity. I want to just say thank you, for being in Thornton Township, for having the activities and functions that I've been able to attend for a senior. I am a senior. I did enjoy the senior activity today. I have witnessed individuals who needed help literally being appreciative of the general assistance program and the various activities that Thornton Township has offered, throughout the time until we've gotten to this point. I would hope that we would be more respectful of those types of functions and community events that has allowed us to enjoy each other regardless of our city or village or town, wherever we live. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, for having such great activities, great events, looking out for seniors, looking out for the children, the after-school programs, the counseling, the computer lab. There's some people who've lived out here in Thornton Township, but that was never aware that Thornton would actually provide them with some type of assistance if they needed it. And it's just really great that it's for everybody. It doesn't matter in which one of the 17 villages you live in, that it's open up for everyone. So thank you. And I think I've done something to this mic. It's okay. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Kay Fox, 1X. Attorney, I'm glad you're here for support of our mayor. And, you all got, I'm nervous, number one, but I'm just happy to be here. And I think everybody should start supporting what we got and come together. And if you don't like what's going on, that's the procedure of voting. Yeah. And if you come to the meetings, whether you say nay or yay, but you still show up, because you'll know it's just like the same thing as you not being here, but you're here. So while everybody, well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but while several people are targeting our mayor, they targeting our whole system. They broke our system because they was targeting one person. They got a system for voting. Like I said, you vote your presidents, your elected officials, your senators, your governors, your mayor. If you don't like it, go with the system and stop breaking what we got. Because this is a change for me. I ain't never seen nothing like this before in my life. And I'm 67, and I'm a senior, soon to be 68. Never, never, never have I seen anything like this. And I lived out in this residence, Dalton, Calumet City, Riverdale, for the last 45 years. Never in my days of living out here have I seen the corruption, the backstabbing, the mudslinging, hurting the citizens, hurting the residents, tearing the senior citizens down, messing with our kids. Our youth are being neglected because y'all targeting. Stop targeting people.
Got them tears on speed dial.
That's what they want us to do. They hear about Dalton in China. They all over the world, because they one person that made Dalton this famous. She must be doing something.
Let me zoom in.
right.
Let me do y'all a favor.
Hello, my name is Linda Wilkerson, and I am a resident of South Holland. I came here to get information for myself and see for myself. Yes, I do watch the news. but I know that the news can be fake as well. So I wanted to hear it for myself. I was sorry to hear you all attacked like I saw on the news. I'm sorry to see you attacked too. But one thing I know, I retired from the Postal Service as a manager. And no matter who calls the meeting, if your subordinate, if that person ahead calls a meeting, I don't care what kind of meeting it is, you go. You don't say, you don't have the option to say, oh, I'm just not going. And if you're representing other people, you definitely go. I wasn't just manager over one section, I was manager over a number of sections. So I had to be that person to know a little bit about other things too, but not be attacked like you all are attacked. I'm really sorry for that. But we need them to come. I am 102% for them getting fired, because that's what you would do in private sector. You would be fired.
No, you wouldn't. Not if it's a hostile working environment.
Whether I like it or not, I must show up.
That's right.
Good afternoon. I am a resident of Harvey, so therefore I'm a resident of Thornton Township. And I would just like to say I really appreciate the open atmosphere that you're offering for the residents and the inhabitants of Thornton Township to be able to voice their opinions. As a resident of Harvey, we're not able to do this. I don't know if you know or have been watching any of the videos that the city of Harvey puts out during their city council meetings, but Mayor Christopher Clark routinely violates our freedom of speech.
I don't know why she's telling Tiffany that.
Make any sound or clap or anything from our seats.
She got the nerve to be
without
listening.
being, charged with disorderly conduct and disrupting the meeting. We're not able to, we're also intimidated. He uses the police force to intimidate us. He uses the
That's exactly what she did.
to keep us under control and under subjection to the way he runs the meetings. And it's really very, very unconstitutional, and it's very unfair, because we are the residents and we have a voice, and just as the lady
She
said
does the same
before,
thing.
that we have things to say about how our tax dollars are being spent, how our city is being run, and things to that nature. But yet, just recently at the last city council meeting, I was cited for disorderly conduct, and escorted out by police. And we routinely, usually during a city council meeting, there are more police in this room than there are in this building right now. And it's a ploy for intimidation, it's a ploy for suppression and oppression of our voices as residents. And so I just want to thank you for allowing,
Oh my gosh.
even though every comment might not be what you want to hear or might not be favorable to you or the way you're running, at least you give the residents their voice. And so I
Right.
thank you for that.
That's a joke. That is a joke.
I just want to add to that. So my name is Ryan. I'm a resident of Harvey, the Harvey Historical Society as well. I'm a Harvey spirit shirt on today. But no, I wanted to echo that. Glennis is literally the nicest lady ever. By the way, that she just spoke. She got a $500 fine because Clark didn't like, I don't know, something. So it's just crazy. Personally, I'm not here to be a fan of Tiffany or Napoleon or Chris or anybody. I just want to see the truth. I want to see the right thing done. And I do want to say though, I mean, this is amazing because Glennis is right. There's usually about 10 to 15 heavily armed police for all of our city council meetings. There was no, they don't even have the metal detector up. They have the metal detector. They wand you. They stare you down. They stand behind you.
Same thing they do in Dalton.
So
Same thing they do in
I have a problem with
Dalton.
everybody, like the media, for instance. Like, why? I understand the frustrations that people have with you, Ms. Henyard, and the disagreements, but you know, you get so much coverage. It seems like a personality thing because, like, I was talking to some people today, and I'm like, well, are they going to have money to pay the bills for the township? I don't care if you hate Ms. Henyard. Or if you, like I said, I don't particularly love any of the candidates unless they're maybe independents running for township, okay? I'm not really a fan of any of them. I'm definitely not a fan of our mayor, Chris Clark. But we need to make sure that things are running. So then I heard people online today saying, don't boycott the meeting, don't come to the meeting. Well, how are we gonna pay the township bills? So, but I just have to say, every meeting I've been to with Ms. Henyard, even though, sure, there are a lot of things we would disagree on, but I have to say, she is 10 times fairer and less of a dictator than Mayor Clark.
Wow.
And really shame on the media and for giving Tiffany all this attention. And meanwhile, I was arrested in this very room for videoing, just like you saw me. My alderwoman is right here, Colby. She was arrested twice, false arrests, because she dared to ask how Clark is spending money. So this man wants to run to take her job. So I'm just letting you all know that in case you didn't know. So Christopher Clark is a tyrant. He's horrible. Why does Tiffany, even with all of her problems, why does she get all that attention? And we have unsolved murders here in Harvey. We have police follow us around for just asking questions about how our money's spent. Like, what? I'm not downplaying any of the bad things that maybe Ms. Henyard has done or has been accused of doing, but something's not right. We need to just get the right things happening. So I don't care about personalities. I just want people to get done with it. And something that bothered me with the lawyer too, I don't know the legalities, but that did bother me when people were asking you questions and then they said, but okay, why can't you say anything? Oh, I can't, something about my client. But I agree with the first lady where she said, wait, aren't we your client? Because I find for all the boards, whether it's Harvey, Township, Dalton, pretty much everywhere, it's almost like this scheme, this scam, where the lawyers, they act as the personal defense attorneys for the politicians. So I just have to say, I do believe that we are your client.
Okay, she said the time is up, but she let him.
But yeah, thank you for not arresting us. Thank you for letting us have our say.
Good evening, everyone. My name is William. I am a South Holland resident, and to our mayor, to our supervisor, and to our board, and to our residents, all's not lost. So to the young lady who says she lives here, there's going to be an election come up. If she lives here, she has to voice her opinion. I know she doesn't live here.
I do live here,
Okay.
and I will be voicing my opinion.
Go to the polls.
Yeah. I don't have to prove anything to you while you're robbing the township and busy volunteering at Dalton.
There's real people's lives being affected here.
By Tiffany Henyard.
We do over 50 events for seniors, for youth, for single moms, single dads, handicapped, all inclusive. Every event that we've held in Thornton Township, we've never had any events, never an arrest, never anyone out of order. So you as a resident, you're saying this is what we want. What's fair is this. Go to the polls.
Been there, done that,
And make sure
and we'll
that
continue.
your voice is heard.
I was just there in November.
And what's fair is
Be there
that
again in
these are the
February
services
and
that you deserve.
April.
Go to the polls. Don't let them get the clicks. The clicks is what they are. But I refuse to be a township resident and allow people like this to come into our town and play nickel-dime games with my real life.
You're
I
mad
refuse to do
because
that.
I'm speaking up about the way she's spending our
So
tax
what's
dollars,
important
and you
is
don't
that
like
we-
it. And I'm gonna continue to speak up about our tax dollars. I don't care, because this is not a meeting. Well, you're not gonna lie on me. I'm not gonna allow you to lie on me. You're inciting violence. I'm not gonna allow you to lie on me, sir. I am a Thornton Township resident, and I have every right to speak up about my tax dollars, whether you like it or not.
Our votes. Our civil rights.
Exactly. Same thing she's doing with not allowing us to appoint the trustee. Same thing.
Make certain
Same
you put
thing.
a person that's in office who's going to represent you. Not someone who's going all this clickbait, act like they want to do the work. Because you have real issues at your home like I do. And I need a person who is willing to come and to serve in the capacity which our supervisor has. They cannot beat her, so they're trying to cheat her.
She won't be here. She won't be
Go
here.
to the polls.
She won't be
and
here.
make sure that your voice is being heard, because that's what I would do. That's what, for me in my house, we will serve the Lord.
Not the God we serve.
So I appreciate
Not the
you.
God we serve.
I love you. All's not done. That's all all those naysayers who think that she's going to be out of office,
She's
let me
out.
be the first to say to
She's
everyone
out.
in the media, she will
She's
get
out.
her seat.
No, she won't.
Take that to the bank.
No, she won't. She's out.
God before you.
She's out.
More than the whole
She's
world.
out.
Against
She's
you.
out. She's
Okay,
out.
So we will stand and see
out.
the salvation of the Lord on our enemies. Not these people that's against us. Thank
You're
you
being
so much.
recorded. Everybody in here is being recorded.
Is there anybody else?
You mad? No, you.
I can't see what's going on, but you started talking.
Okay.
Okay, then we conclude with you.
Why don't you watch it on TV? You mad? Why you mad?
Somebody talking, just give respect and not over talk them.
You ain't never even been here.
We have to be respectful to everybody. You might not agree with everybody.
How's she getting up again on public comment?
Thank you.
Now, while this man was
See, she's
talking,
working. Because he's lying on me, and I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to. No, he did. He shouted out and said I wasn't a Thornton Township resident, and I was. Yeah, I don't care what you say. That's too bad. You're not going to sit here and lie on me and get away with it. You shouldn't even be up there again. Public comment is 3 minutes. You shouldn't even be up there again, and they know it. Exactly.
Okay, all right.
She knows she's not supposed to be up there. She knows. That's why I can shout. I can say whatever I want to say.
I just want to question the act. If you all want to take this down the street, take out the street. But what I'm saying is,
Oh my gosh,
when
Lord.
somebody calls you, be respectful. Let them say what they have to say. It's okay to disagree with somebody, but it's the way you disagree. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I might not like what he said, I might not like what you said, but I don't give you the right to say it. And that's all I'm saying, give you the right to say your piece. Like you all gave me my right to say mine, whether you agree or not. That's all I'm saying. I'm just here for asking.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So no, she did the same thing. She just did the same thing. So I'm just gonna say I am a Thornton Township resident, and I don't appreciate people saying that I'm not. I am a Thornton Township resident. You allowed her to come up and speak again, so I'm gonna say what I say. Yeah, I'm the only one that's out of order because I'm speaking up. You're out of order.
Thank you. That's the problem.
I don't care what any of these people say. Okay, that's too bad. That's too
So
bad.
anyway, I'm gonna conclude with this. I gave everybody the right and the respect to be heard because it's no meeting. I don't have to
Exactly,
sit here and listen
exactly.
to it, right?
And we don't
So
either.
I respect because I care about residents. I sat here and listened to whatever anybody wanted to say, despite not having a quorum, despite not being able to have insurance. What you need to put in them live and on them cameras is that these trustees did not show up. Trustee Carter, Trustee Chris did not show up to take care of the business of the residents of Thornton Township. That's facts. Look at all the noise and the mess. That's distraction. The truth is, we have insurance now. We've been fighting for insurance since.
Full of her people.
Previously,
Yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here because
and now that we have insurance, no one
this ain't a meeting.
to take care of the business. It's
They
not
mad. They mad. You know why they can't take her picture. Yeah, y'all. I gotta get on out of here because these people are mad. They mad. Yup. So yeah, I'm walking to the car. I'm staying on camera, y'all. Cause you know I don't trust these people. You know I don't. And look, this was the car. This was behind me when I came. They were behind me when I was coming in. Yeah, y'all. So I had to leave because I said my piece. And I'm not listening to no more of her bull. I'm just not going to do it. Let me see, I'm watching everything. Let me turn the camera around. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I wasn't going to let William Moore just sit up there and say whatever he wanted. I just wasn't going to do it. And it wasn't a meeting. And she letting people go up there 2 and 3 times. Just watching everything. Okay, y'all, I'm in my car. So I'm gonna get ready to end this. I'm also posted on Facebook. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. That was packed with her people. It was all. And of course, I'm gonna say something back. Of course. Because all I did was exercise my right. That's all I did. I'm sorry they don't like it. Actually, no, I'm not. All right, y'all, I'm driving. I gotta go. I'll see y'all in the comments. All right, hold on. Let me stop this live. Okay.